Hello everyone, welcome to a new wandering. Today I'm continuing with the Heritage Open Days buildings, and the one I want to show you now is just here. It's this one. This one is called the Six Port Travelers House, and the bells are tolling. I'll just wait. It is next to the Huguenot Museum, which I have showed you in a previous wandering. Now, this house was opened by Richard Watts Charities as directed in his will in 1579. He is the same chap who opened the almshouses I have shown you in a previous wandering video. Some really beautiful buildings, so make sure you check it out. Let's go closer. Somebody's singing. Now, in the 16th century, port travelers were provided with one night's lodging in the 6 bedrooms at the rear of this property. And I think 3 rooms are open now, as they would have been, that we will be able to visit. I'm very curious to see it. Richard Watts wanted to make sure that port travelers who are passing through Rochester can have accommodation, because there was something that was called the Poor Law Act of 1576, which said that if you had less than 4pence, you would be considered a vagrant, and you would be whipped and returned to your own parish. So, for this reason, the travelers were also given 4pence. Alright, let's go in and see what we can see. I'm curious. Okay, the ground floor is a mini museum, and I'm going to show you some artifacts that they found whilst they were renovating it, and everything was found within the house or the property. Okay, these are quite interesting. They're clay pipes, and some of them used to be quite ornate, like that one, but I have seen many others which were absolutely beautiful. I wanted to say silverware, but it's actually pewterware that they used here. These are later, from the 19th century. Candle holder and an old lamp. Scales. Now that's funny. It's a late 18th century lady's shoe that was found inside the bake oven.
Yes, should have a flag.
And there's something much earlier. Can you see that one? The Roman bone hairpin. It's pretty cool. Right, can show you more. Pretty large fireplace. And then you have the typical wooden things on the ceiling. I found something interesting. It's a short story by Charles Dickens, and I'm going to read you the first paragraph, which he called 7 Port Travelers, and let's find out why. Actually, I'm going to let you read it, because there's others here, and I don't want to make more noise than necessary, but I like the way he puts it. There is Richard Watts. We've seen him in the other almshouse. Same photo, well, painting, replica. There's some interesting photos. Look at that. These ones are still waiting. And these ones are arriving. They're the successful candidates. And that's the large admission register. It's the date, their name, their trade, age, if they can read or write, and where they were from. Interesting. Let's move on. Okay, we can't go there. I'll have a peek. An old bell, and I found something interesting. This is a stone sink where they used to wash.
Who's in charge in there now?
Okay, let's continue. Some documents related to this.
What's the name? Don't get smallpox. So
Just spotted an old lock, and I like it. And I've come through onto the courtyard, and I think this is where the rooms were. It's very interesting because from the outside you would never think how large these buildings are on the inside. Just need to wait for my turn. Now there we go, we have the plaque about Charles Dickens' visit and subsequent writing of the 7 Port Travelers. There's even a first edition of that short story. They have displayed the whole story here, more or less. There's a portrait of him as traveler number 7, and the others. Sorry about the light.
Oh, that's where we've just been. They're sitting there. There's time lapse.
Now I'm very curious. I've not read this story, so I will have to do that. Another fireplace. There's something interesting here. It's a Belmine jug, and I've only seen pieces of this before. A whole one. So this is pretty cool. You can see there's a face of a man there. They're treasures for the London mudlarks. I'll let you read this before we go into one of the bedrooms. Right? Yeah. Interesting.
Oh gosh.
Very tiny.
I just want to see. No, it's not a very large room, but it's not small either. Has a nice, decent fireplace. I can tell you that when I first came to the UK, I have lived in rooms much smaller than this. Okay, let's go see what else there is. Now let's have a bit of fun. Read this. Silly advices on how to deal with various pests and stuff.
It's a peppercornish.
Okay, we're inside of another one. There's a writing desk, or you could use it as a dining desk as well. Not a bad chamber pot. You could store things underneath. This one has its own fireplace as well. And I like these little cover holes here. And there's a little garden in the back. The sundial. Small water feature. I like the little frog. And the grapevine. Oh, that's a beautiful one. Let's have a look. It's quite large. And another little water fountain. And fuchsias. And the bust of Richard Watts, of course. There we go. And let's have a look all together. I think that's it Those were the 3 rooms that can be visited in the back, and then in the front there were a couple more I've showed you. It's definitely interesting, and it is much more interesting when you let your imagination go and try to fill in the blanks amongst the stories that we know for sure. So you can see there's an upper floor, and that's where we were not alone. Those are not renovated yet, so that's that. Just admiring these huge chimneys that serve the main fireplace we saw in the first room, I think.
Bryn runs a charity as well.
And it's time to go out. Right, I hope you found that interesting, and if I managed to get 2 of you to read the story of the 7 poor travelers, that's something. I definitely will do that. Now I am going to gallop somewhere else, because something else that I want to see today, and that's gonna be a different wandering, hopefully interesting as well. So join me next time, and until then I wish you all a lovely day.